Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the IOPanel. This is episode 220 for Pi Day, March 14th, 2021. Uh, we're back after a 2 week hiatus, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 week hiatus? Yeah. Good to be back. We missed some things, other things we didn't miss, so we got a little bit to cover here, not too much. We're not gonna browbeat you guys too bad. Let's just jump right in. Evan, how was your week, man? How'd you do?
My March has been decent. Most recently, it's a whirlwind, you could say, of ordering computer parts to try to cobble something together instead of just buying the right thing in the first place. We're all familiar.
Yeah. Fair amount of guesswork
Yeah.
and assumption.
I'm also now 50% immune to the coronavirus. The right half of my body has been dosed. Wait a couple weeks and dose the left half of my body, then I'm immortal. That's my understanding. I'm not a doctor or a virologist. Just, fingers crossed. That's all I got.
You said whirlwind of. I thought you said whirlwind of parts or whatever. We're ordering parts. I thought you were gonna say whirlwind of eating Chinese food.
Oh no! I mean that's a pretty steady.
What's going on with the Chinese Food Chronicle? Actually, really quickly.
So
you missed it.
Mike and I briefly addressed that. What am I trying to say? It's a steady.
Slow burn. I don't know.
I mean, it's not a slow burn. I eat very aggressively.
You eat with gusto.
Yeah. Well, it's steady. So, the Chinese Chronicles. Mike asked me when the last time I ate Chinese food was, and I answered a couple days ago. And he assumed I was talking about going to the Chinese takeout restaurant where I'm always presented with extra freebies, I'll say, such as milk, and the one time I got taco meat. More often than not, it's frozen, pre-cooked chicken thighs. But I corrected him. The last time I ate there was, I guesstimated Tuesday. And I did indeed receive a gallon of milk and 2 bags of pre-cooked frozen chicken thighs on that day. And I was explaining that it's my understanding that whoever does the shopping for the restaurant, which is not the owner-operator, ordered too much, or there was a miscommunication. They had some extra product. I don't know where they would normally use milk, but it is there, and it was offered, and I accepted.
What are you doing with the milk? You eating cereal or something? Or
I did eat cereal, actually. I bought a box of...
for the first time in 11 years.
Honey, I was craving...
Because I got 9 gallons of free milk in my refrigerator.
Some kind of cereal. So at 2 a.m. on Friday, I went to CVS and I bought a box of Honey Nut Frosted Flakes.
Ooh, that
What
sounds
the
A marriage of 2 greats.
What the hell is Honey Nut Frosted Flakes?
It's Frosted Flakes with some Honey Nut Cheerio essence thrown in.
What?
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
a good thing or not.
That's
Actually,
a thing?
I changed everything.
It was good.
Frosted Flakes are great because all
Yeah.
the sugar.
Right.
Honey Nut might be good with sugar, so that'd be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Honey Nut Cheerios are normally horrible.
Honey Nut
I mean,
Cheerios
I like
are
them.
great. Regular Cheerios are awful.
Mike's
I
a kid
also
who
like
loved
regular
Kicks.
Cheerios.
Oh, I've
I
never had
love
Kicks in my
Kix.
life.
You're all
I
broken.
love Kicks.
Y'all broken.
Mike is a
I-
corn pop guy.
I never had
we talked
Kicks in
about
my
that.
life. Yeah. I've never had
I'm trying to
Kix.
get him to try Kicks.
Kicks are horrible. Corn Pop's great. Kicks are horrible.
James, I was Frosted Flakes, Corn Flakes with sugar on them.
Disgusting.
So Frosted Flakes,
Yeah.
Rice Krispies.
Frosted cornflakes with sugar is Frosted Flakes' poor boy brother. Go ahead.
Yep.
Also, that sugar just ends up at the bottom of the bowl, not absorbed into the milk.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, and then you eat it all with the spoon at the end. It's great.
correct.
Then I don't know why we thought oh, this is a great breakfast. I don't know what we're thinking.
Yeah.
But so I used to have Honey Nut Cheerios also, Frosted Flakes, blah. I used to like Raisin Bran, because why not? I'm a 45-year-old man when I was 8.
Yeah.
And then for a while I got into Basic 4. used to like that one. That was because I was a 55-year-old man.
Is that when you were out of muesli?
Yeah.
I've had that too, actually.
Michael was a retiree at 12.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. That's horrible.
So I've had Cinnamon Toast Crunch before, but only, here or there. I don't think I've ever... I had Lucky Charms once or twice, but never had Kix, never had... Maybe I had Cocoa Puffs like once, But yeah, and Corn Pops used to be one of the ones, like Evan said. Corn Pops, that was one of my ones too. That was one of my jams. So recently my mom was like, hey, can you get me some Cheerios? And I clarified, I was like, you mean Honey Nut Cheerios, right? She's like, yes, of course. I was like, okay. So I got a box of those, and so we had some of that, and I ended up having a bowl of it, and I was like, oh, this is fucking great. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I want some Corn Pops. So next time I was at the store, I picked up a box of Corn Pops. And so
You ever
I've
had Apple Jacks?
I did have that as a child also, maybe a couple times here.
Apple Jacks are great.
Mike, are you going to have to pick up one of those sampler packs of 10 mini boxes of different cereals?
Oh, I had Fruit Loops. I remember having that.
Okay.
Oh, Fruit Loops is great. That was a staple. That was a household staple for me. Was Fruit Loops.
No, I used to get those sampler pack things you're talking about. As we used to get that
It's
every
not
now
enough
and again.
cereal.
So that's the only time I would have, Fruit Loops or whatever. We never bought like a box of it,
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, the Corn Pops are good, man.
Dude, let me just
stuff.
get into
Go ahead.
this cereal discussion real quick.
Go ahead.
So for us, it was Rice Krispies with tons of sugar.
Yeah, we used to put sugar on that too.
Frosted Flakes by themselves, good. Just golden.
Oh, yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios is like somebody took Cheerios and then had a squirrel fart at them in one direction and a bee flew over it in the other direction. That's what they taste like to me. It's just not enough honey and not enough nut.
Have you ever had regular Cheerios?
Yeah, they're even worse. That's like just eating cardboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's actually pretty good? Regular Cheerios with honey. Not sugar, but if you drizzle honey over the Cheerios and then pour some milk over, so they bind together a little bit.
Sounds like a weird amount of work to take something mediocre and make it only average.
It's a little extra.
Go do me a favor. Live a little. Go get yourself some Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's okay. I find it too much cinnamon, personally.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is delicious.
What a weak set of taste buds. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is for heroes. It's great. It's good when it's crispy. It's good when it's soggy. The milk is great. You win all the way through.
What's the Captain one?
Me and the captain
Crunch?
make it happen.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had that.
Oh, you should. It's
good.
It's great. It's
The
great.
crunch berries are worth it.
It's going to destroy your mouth.
Yeah.
It's going to absolutely annihilate your mouth. And especially when I was a kid, I would eat like 2 or 3 bowls of cereal back to back. I always overdid it. And I was eating out of a big ass Tupperware like this. I'm like I'd kill a box of Cheerios, a box of cereal in like 2 days. Mm-hmm. And the way I was eating them, every day my mouth would be destroyed. Like it would just be fucking. The roof would just be like a
James,
fucking.
I told my mom that you like to eat cereal out of giant Tupperware containers, and she pulled. She pulled out a spoon. So we have like, of course, a matching set of silverware, right? It's all one kind, but we also have serving silverware that's the same, the same style. So it's just the serving spoon is literally one of the regular spoons, just giant.
Yeah.
And so she pulled out one of those. She's like, "Did he use something like this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's great."
I mean, that's ambitious,
perfect.
but really not practical. You're not going to be able to get that in your mouth.
Yeah, I would use a tablespoon.
Probably not. Probably not.
Tablespoon.
Yeah.
Also, Mike, if you try Captain Crunch, please do yourself a favor. Let it soften a bit.
In the bowl.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. Okay. I've been having these with goat milk, Evan.
Stop.
No. What? What?
It tastes like regular milk. I
No, it
can't tell
doesn't.
the difference.
Fuck
No,
off.
it doesn't.
Go get yourself some the whole vitamin D, baby.
Yes, get the
Okay?
red one.
Get the red cap. Red Cap.
Do they still have that?
Of course they
course.
do.
That's the
Is that
best
a thing?
milk.
What's wrong with you? Michael's like, oh, I thought the web was drinking skim milk. Jesus Christ.
No, I thought
What
you
is
milked-
happening?
I thought you milked almonds now. Isn't that what it is? Is it called silk? Isn't that the milk now?
Michael.
There are plenty of inferior milks, Mike. Yes, but
Yeah.
the red label, cow milk.
I'll
Is
just
the
get
one you wanna
chocolate milk.
get.
How about that?
No,
You can do that. It's weird. You can do that. But, dude, red cap, that's the way you do milk. It's funny when people taste fucking vitamin D, and I need to do a YouTube series or something like this. I'm never going to do that, but someone needs to do a YouTube series where they just have people taste vitamin D milk. Because people are they're used to like skim and fucking vitamin A and fucking silk and all this shit, and you taste vitamin D and you're like, man, it's like eating a stick of butter. You're like, oh. You know, like this is thick.
I don't know if it has anything to do with the vitamin D itself, James, or more just
No, it's just
the
it's
fat
not the vitamin.
content.
It's the fat content. Yeah, it's not the vitamin
Yeah.
D. Vitamin D is the byproduct of fucking awesomeness. It's the fat content. It's a fatty, delicious milk, and that's a
Yeah,
good
it's how
thing,
milk
not a
should
bad
be.
thing. Yeah, milk should be thick and fucking creamy, not fucking see-through and translucent. Like that's stupid. It should look like it
Yeah.
should look like you're eating paste.
For a long time, I was on the skim milk, but then I realized the error of my ways
It's weird.
and went to the whole milk. And I
Plus,
was
you're
like,
too fat for skim
"Oh."
milk. That's stupid.
I was like, okay, all right, here we
This
go.
isn't silk the new milk. Get out of here. Memer, yo. All right, Michael, how was your week? What'd you get up to?
How was my week? My week was okay. Not much was going on. I did visit a friend last night. Hadn't seen in a while.
Oh boy.
We played a new board game that we're going to be discussing later here
Okay.
in the show. That was interesting. It says it should take 90 to 120 minutes. It took a little longer.
Oh, they always do. They always do.
especially if you're just learning.
Right. But yeah, it was interesting. So we'll talk about that. Of course, got to see his dog. That's always fun, you know. Golden Retriever. Good dog. You know, they like to hang out, say hi, whatever. So, like a good dog does. Yeah, so that was yesterday. The rest of the week, not a whole lot going on. Just work and stuff, you know. The huge. I've been chomping at the bit trying to get my virus shot, but apparently the more you want it, the less you're going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I got the secret to that for you. I'll tell you how to do it. Mm-hmm. With this one simple trick.
great.
I cannot wait to hear this.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it lie?
I am 65. Yeah.
I'm in the group that supposedly they'll give it to you now. So I'm like, okay, hello. But anyway, I think it's just a Montgomery County thing. It's wacky. But yeah, no, not much else going on
Okay.
in my world, in my sphere. How about you, James?
Yeah, so let's see. I got glasses, as you guys can see. I
They're
got
very
two
nice.
two pairs of glasses.
How's it feel?
I mean, it's okay. My eyes sometimes like, but when I'm looking at computer screen, it's great. Like these are blue light filtered.
Mm-hmm.
So they're real. So it's real. So that's real nice. Here's the other pair. They're gray.
Those the ones I had to mail
great.
to you?
The light makes it so you can't see, and they're see-through, so you can barely see anything. But they're gray. You know. Yeah, they
Gucci?
mailed them to me. You said itchy?
Gucci?
No, Columbia.
Oh.
Yeah, these are Columbia, and these ones are Champion. See the little logo in there? Oh, that's
There you go.
yeah, like a bit. Yeah. So yeah, but they're nice. They're nice. This is my first time buying like a brand name, which I wanted to do for a while, so that was cool. But yeah, it's good having glasses. I mean, it feels nice to be able to see things far away. Walking around is fucking horrible. It's like I want to throw up, but it's all right, you know.
Pros and cons, you know.
Yeah. I
Are
started
you
a
driven
new.
with them?
No, not at all. I haven't been out of the house with them yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know that I will drive with them. I might keep them in my head or something because walking around is like, you know,
You
it's
should
great.
drive with them.
It's great for
distance.
reading shit at a distance, and it might be okay in a car because everything seems kind of flat coming at you. I don't know, but you know, when you're walking around, it's not fun. It's like I could do it, but it's just like ugh. Let's see. I started a new doctor. I now am with Kaiser Permanente, and I'll tell you something. I know people have complaints about Kaiser Permanente. I don't know what they are. But I know people. It's not people don't like them. I know that about them. I know people don't like them. But I tell you, I'm loving it. Every doctor is in one place, or 2 or 3 other places, but all those places are all Kaiser places. You know, you get your labs, same place. You get this, same place. Everything's done same place. X-rays, everything. X-rays, same thing. It's fucking great.
They got their shit together.
Yeah, you want to go to optometrist? He's upstairs. You want to go this? He's downstairs. You need to get your blood drawn over there. Pharmacy over there. And you want to get pills at a pharmacy? Any of the pharmacies can give you the pills. You don't need to call ahead. I'm at the, CVS over here, and that's where it is. No. They gotta go to any Kaiser pharmacy. And you talk to one doctor on the phone. You do a telephone visit. They'll say, "Oh, I see. Your blood pressure was blah 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 yesterday," because they got the information from this other doctor who you saw a day or so ago. You know, it's like one system to conquer them all. Like that's how the healthcare system should be. I know that's socialist and shit, but that's how it should be. Like that's called technology and integration. It's beautiful.
Be careful, James.
I know. We need silos so
Like
everyone can make money.
I thought you meant like missile silos. Yeah, but yeah, James, it's a slippery slope. You know, if you're sharing information, and then next thing you know, you're getting anal swabs.
Yeah, exactly. Next thing you know, they're plunging the depths of your nussy. So
It's bussy, I believe, but yeah.
no, nussy. That's the new COVID
Nasal
for the nose,
cavity.
your nasal.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean the bussy. But
Yeah,
That's such a horrible word.
I love that word, man.
I know you do.
Bussy, boy, pussy. I love that fucking word. It's hilarious to me. It's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, I was in the pharmacy the other day getting my pills. My doctors give me a myriad of blood pressure pills. So I'm standing there, and the guy walks in, and he looks shady as fuck, you know? He's wearing a nurse's outfit. He walks in. And in the pharmacy, there's like a young girl who's probably in her 20s, an old guy in his like 60s or 70s, and then some foreign guy who barely speaks English right in front of me. And he's trying to talk to the fucking clerk. The guy walks in to the pharmacy. He looks around. He's like, "Anybody want the COVID vaccine?" Shady as fuck. And I was like, I looked at the old man. I was like, he'll want it. This old fuck doesn't want to die. So the guy walks right to the old man. He's like, "Do you want it?" And the guy's like, No, I don't want it. He's already had it. I'm good. I got my shot. Oh, okay, cool. So then he asks the girl. He said, "Do you want it?" And the girl's like, "No, I'm good." She's probably an anti-vaxxer, whatever. So then he looks at me and keeps it moving. Doesn't even ask, right? He's like, "All right," and he walks outside. Ho, 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 ho! That's exactly what I said. I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, there, my man." I was like, "What?" He's like, "You don't look old enough." I was like, he's like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm 43." He's like, "All right, well, let me see if there's anybody else." I was like, "I don't mind. I'm not in a rush. I'm not even on a list anywhere. So if you can give it to me, great. If you can't, great. Take care of somebody who's better priority. I don't mind." He comes back 5 minutes later. He's like, Yeah, nobody else. We got 2 shots left. There's nobody else. So come on up. I was like, let's go. And I guess he found some other fucking poor guy, some other guy to go get it. Probably guy. I think this guy was just dropping his kid off. Yeah, he was just wandering around, and probably waiting for his kid to finish their whatever. And he got him. So me and this guy get up there and get our shots. I was like, this is great. This is fucking great. I didn't have to get on any lists. I didn't have to deal with any bullshit. I just stood around. So here's the logic, Michael. Here's the trick. Okay? And the guy told me this. I was talking to him because they make you sit for 5 minutes so they can watch you to make sure you're not going to fucking freak out or have some kind of reaction. Right? So I'm sitting there, and the guy's like, yeah. He's like, these things that, after we unfreeze them, we got to get rid of them. He's like, so depending on the place, they're just gonna give it. They're gonna try to give it to you. So basically, here's the logic, man. Treat these COVID vaccines like they're bread at a bakery. You get in there, you go in around 5, and you start lurking. Stand in the pharmacy and see. You guys got any vaccines left? I'm serious.
Put some white shit on your face. Be like, got any more of the vaccines?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But look, I mean, so another guy I was talking to after I got it, I got my vaccine. I went back to the pharmacy to pick up my prescription, and the same girl was sitting there. And I was like, that's pretty cool, right? She's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. She's like, you got your guy. He said, you don't have to do anything. She's like, yeah. I got mine at Giant. I just went there, and they just had extra. So that's what you should do. You live by a Giant. Go downstairs. See if they're giving them. Find out the days they're giving them. And like, go to the pharmacy and say, hey, when do you guys do the vaccine? And they're going to say, oh, we have to call you to come, blah, 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 blah. But it's these days. Then you go there and see what fucking idiot didn't come up and get theirs. And then you go slip in there.
Which one did you get?
Monera? Manana? Moderna. That's it. Yeah, the RNA.
Mike, you have to get the Johnson & Johnson one then. So we'll have all 3 represented. I'm a Pfizer boy.
Oh, you got Pfizer. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson it's the anal one. It's supposed to be the good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one you only get one shot.
Yeah, the doctor takes you back. Like I'm going to give you a shot.
Yeah.
Shot in the butt.
Got him.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Longstrokes. All right. Is there anything else going on? I mean, no, nothing really. Nothing. I still haven't. We bought all our server equipment. I still have 3 things I've been trying to hunt down that Amazon refuses to give me, and I really haven't been aggressive about getting it worked out. I'll get back on it this week. Yeah. What's up?
If I send you the link again, would you care to order 1 hot swap tray for each of the servers?
I did buy hot swap trays.
Okay.
I have 4 of them.
Okay.
So will that bracket fit? Is that a serial ATA bracket in the inside?
Yes. You don't like. So this is not the correct one. This is for a different server, but this type of 2.5 inch hot swap tray, you can mount your SSD into this.
So this is what I got.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
NVIDIA broadcaster to the rescue.
God damn it.
No. It's like, this is not your face. Yeah, that looks correct.
Yeah, this is what I got. Okay? Mm-hmm. But I'm assuming what's on the inside... Oh, God. I'm assuming what's on the inside is not serial ATA. Or is it?
It is a SAS backplane.
Yeah.
Which accepts SAS and serial ATA drives.
Okay. Good enough, then.
So you should be good.
I did buy them. I do have them. I have 4 of them.
Since our servers only came with half of the drives that we thought they were, there's some extra slots. So that's what I did.
You know what I say about extra slots?
Fill them up.
That's right. Oh, we'll mention something, and I'll put it down here in the show notes because this is fucking hilarious. So there's a show that's been on air for fucking, I don't know, probably 50 years. And that TV show is called
Days of Our Lives.
no,
As the world
Family
turns.
Feud.
Oh yeah.
So that show's now hosted by a black guy named Michael's favorite suit owner. I can't think of his name.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. Oh, good. The reminder that won't go away. That's how
figure
you
it
know
out one
we're
of these
recording
days.
this show on Sunday, because that reminder comes on every Sunday at 4 p.m. So, since he does a show, I'm sure there's this but since he's been doing the show, they've been putting the show on YouTube, like clips. So there's a bunch of clips called Dumbest Questions, Dumbest Answers, Weirdest Replies. And dude, they are fucking golden. I mean, they are some straight fucking gold. So I'm going to find some choice clips before the show's over, and we'll look at them in the intro section, in the outro, not the outro section, in the extra section part of the show. And we'll all have a good chuckle. They're so good. Michael.
Is that where Steve Harvey looks at you blankly? Like, how do you say something stupid?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like real specific goodies,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Very
tied
good.
in there. So yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in. Anything else? Any little bits and bobs?
Nope.
All right, outstanding. Let me get a screen share up here so you guys can see, so we can discuss. There we go. All right. So, the Scat Man cometh. That's what I'm calling this.
This
Oddball.
expose.
Well, oddball millionaire, billionaire, poor guy, scat enthusiast, embezzler, cybersecurity expert.
At least he's good
Okay.
at something.
Federal tax evasion, wantee, escapee, whatever you want to call him. John McAfee. Oh, apparently he was arrested in Spain, by the way. He's not on his boat anymore. He's fully armed on his boat anymore. He was arrested in Spain, and he's awaiting extradition to the U.S. But they're getting him on a couple things. And one of them is just hilarious to do at these times right now. And I think this episode's going to be really crypto heavy because we don't have a lot in the news today. But he's being charged with doing pump and dumps related to cryptocurrency. And I think there's this belief among celebrities that telling people, oh, go buy this cryptocurrency, even though they're getting paid by the company who hosts the currency, or they're heavily invested in the currency with the intent to pump and dump, is totally legal. They're like, this doesn't fall in the purview of the SEC, and it's legal, and it's okay. It's not legal. It's very illegal, very much so illegal. So he's gotten caught with like a shit ton of pump and dumps, like fucking 20 or something. Okay, not even to mention that he's in right now waiting to go to jail for not waiting in jail, but he's indicted for tax evasion for like tens of millions of dollars. So I just find this hilarious. He's 75 years old.
Wow.
He's very passionate about shit hammocks and getting shit in his mouth. He's very passionate about that. So I kind of feel bad for him. He's going to go to jail for a long time. He's going to die in jail probably. He's the last of the great lunatics.
I like that, James.
Yeah, I do too, actually. That came on the fly, but yeah. So it's going to be sad to see him go. But we'll see what comes of it. Yeah.
He looks great for 75.
Yeah, he does. I don't know if this is an old image or not. I think this is old.
Oh.
But he dyes his, he dyes his hair and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And what's
If
these
not, I'll
2, 3,
eat
4,
my
5?
dick.
Just more of the same?
Yeah,
One
yeah.
likes
It's,
to call evidence.
yeah, it's more the same. It's more the
John
same.
David McAfee.
Yeah, 4 and 5 are the depositions. Not depositions. The
The
What are they called?
deposits of shit into his mouth.
no.
Oh.
There's the legal term. I forget what they're called. They're not depositions. They're the legal articles of
legal
whatever.
filings or whatever.
Legal filings. Yeah, the legal filings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting read, nonetheless.
He's from Tennessee, according to this document, Evan. Lexington, Tennessee, wherever that is.
He's a country boy.
Which
don't
is
know where that
in the
is.
Western District of Tennessee. Ho, 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 ho. There you go. It says he earned millions of dollars in income. And basically, yeah, like Evan said, he didn't file his taxes right. So fucked up.
Yeah, he's.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
The IRS, as you know, Evan, doesn't fuck around.
Nope. They get their money. They 100% get their money.
I mean, there's plenty of fucking around, but if they want to get you, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had a party in
citing
Evan's
the court
office.
case of 1812 where I'm a sovereign citizen and
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing
Or
about John
whatever.
McAfee. He is a libertarian, like, nut job. You know, he's out of his mind. So yeah, he's exactly like sovereign citizen. I don't need to pay taxes. All this bullshit. He tried to run for president for under libertarian candidate. He was the
Oh, did he?
libertarians. Yeah,
Hmm.
he was supposedly the libertarians' choice for president in 2016, I think, or 2020. Yeah, of course he didn't. Surprise, surprise. 500K within 3 years. Surprise, surprise. The man who says, if not, I'll eat my own dick on national television in 2017 would not win as president. Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Huh. Did he, in fact, eat his own dick on television?
He did not.
Empty promises.
We are owed dick consumption. In that sense, he's a great presidential candidate.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Broken promises.
Yep. So
We thought you were different, John McAfee. You
Yeah.
were safe.
You thought you were. We thought you were our lunatic. Okay. The next one, NFTs. So this one's a pretty simple one. I don't know if anyone's heard of this, non-fungible tokens. We talked about this briefly in the pre-show, but I wanted to mention it just because this is a thing that happened in the last 2 weeks, and it's pretty huge right now. And it raises a lot of questions about cryptocurrency.
I'm
So-
so fat. I thought you said braises.
Oh, God. Delicious. It's braised.
I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, no, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
It raises a lot of questions about cryptocurrency that we never thought about before. And I think, okay, so because crypto is so shrouded in technical complexity, us on the inside, we understand how it works. You know, you mine the crypto using video card, you use the GPUs of cards, and video cards, and you need those cards to do this complex math. And of course, it uses a lot of power for cooling, right? So we understand how that works. We understand the Bitcoining rigs are fucking insane, expensive machines, and we understand this is destroying the video card market. We understand a lot of things about this. But none of us are Bitcoin miners, so we only understand from an intellectual standpoint, and we've probably never thought about it more than that. And also, there's this whole power to gain ratio. As a matter of fact, today I'm doing research, I found a lot of like little calculators of like, is it worth it for you to try to do this, try to Bitcoin mine with your video card, you know? Because so many kilowatt hours versus your video card shows what your daily income is going to be. Okay, so
You found one of those?
yeah, I did.
And?
I mean, I don't know anything about kilowatt hours, so I didn't put the right amount of kilowatt hours in. At the lowest setting of power time you can enter, with my video card, it would have been $23 a day of income. But I don't really believe that was calculated correctly because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, I will link that. I'll find that calculator again and link it for you guys in the extra section. So, but that's we're going to talk about that in a second, about that. But so basically what an NFT is they take the blockchain and they use smart contracts to create these things called non-fungible tokens. A non-fungible token means that this thing on the blockchain is the one and only thing. So you take a piece of art, you slap that on top of that non-fungible, you make that the non-fungible token, and then you can sell this thing because it inherently now has value. Anyway, that's become fucking huge right now. Okay, so people, have been making these art, like digital art's a thing, like we know that. As you can see, my background is digital art. It's a digital cyberpunk scene, whatever. Okay, so like this picture right here, we're looking at. So Beeple is the #1 guy. Okay, he's like one of the first ones. So a detail from Beeple's Everydays, the first 5,000 days collage. So he made a collage of, basically there was a collage of every single digital art he's done, but and let's see if we can find a picture of it here. Yeah, this is it right here. That's the art. It sold for $69 million.
That's got
thing.
money laundering written all over it. Who wants that?
So here's the funny thing, right? Is the people who I saw talk about this on internet today, they compared it to the guy who taped the banana to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
If you're familiar with that. So this is like that. This is like that. Like I'm really kind of like weirded out by the NFT thing, because it's like, I don't know. I think people are trying to be a part of like the beginning of some new thing or so. I don't know what rich people are doing. This is the most someone spent, but I mean, millions of dollars is not uncommon for what people spend for NFTs on the NFT markets.
I personally think this digital item has essentially zero resale value, although now it's valuable because people know someone bought it for $60 million.
Exactly.
So now that other people know about it, it has some magical value, which it shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I don't like
it. John Legere,
Oh boy.
the CEO, another nutty CEO, right? He bought. I can't pull it up like that, and I should have had that ready. I didn't think about it. But John Legere, he bought one. That was.
He bought an art.
Yeah, he bought an art. That was. I think he paid $888,008.88 for this. Is that
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks beating coronavirus?
It's a black Tom Hanks.
I don't know if that guy's black.
I mean, I see why you'd think that, because he's almost
Maybe
like,
Jewish?
Yeah, but this is Bubba Gump. It's obviously Tom Hanks, and that's because he beat coronavirus. This is weird. Tom Hanks beating coronavirus.
Black Tom Hanks.
Like,
Yeah, this is
go with this
people.
racism again.
It's not racist. The man is clearly African American.
If a person's not red to Michael, they're
True.
black.
That's true.
Let's move on. If Michael confuses us all even more. All right, look. So anyway,
I'm native, James. I sent you that thing.
Yeah,
That
you
that
did.
proves it. Some guy on the internet said it. So
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Always striving. So at any rate, the whole NFT thing is really out of control, though. It's a battle between the Winklevoss brothers. If you remember, those guys are the two brothers who said they started Facebook, but they didn't. They started their own NFT marketplace called Nifty. And then there's another one, an open one called OpenSea. So it's a battle between those two marketplaces, and they both function on the Ethereum blockchain. So the other big problem is all the brands are in on it now. So you got Taco Bell; they're selling pictures of tacos for like 0.2 Ethereum, which is like $700 or $800. NBA's involved. Like, a lot of people are in on this thing. So I get excited about new technology. I mean, I've talked on this show many times about VR chat and virtual reality and virtual cam girls and fucking blockchain and all kinds of cool, like all kinds of random things, video games, all kinds of crazy technology. Like I'm into like anything counterculture, interesting, different, cool. The problem with this is maybe the problem for me is I can't wrap my brain around how this is going to fit into our world, right? So they send you the art like in a like you could pay to get the art framed, and they take your blockchain art and put it in a frame, so it's there, and that's the only place it is, and you can post that frame and look at it, you know. And most times they're a GIF. It's a GIF or it's a JPEG. That's it, you know. Um, I guess it's a real thing that exists at that point because it's locked in a little computer that you can look at. I don't know, man. I'm confused with the whole thing. The bar for what digital art is fucking really super low. So I just don't know.
I sent you a link to a Verge article that shows the John Legere art.
Oh, there you go.
And I'll put it in the extra section, I guess.
Okay, great.
John Legere NFT. Yeah, it's made by Steve Aoki,
Yeah, that's what it was. It was made by Steve Aoki.
which is interesting because he's a music guy, right? So this art includes music.
Oh, does it?
It does.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I don't know who John Legere is, but they have way too much money.
He's the CEO. This is him of T-Mobile.
Apparently, it says here the former CEO of T-Mobile. Apparently, he's not the CEO anymore.
Oh shit.
I didn't know that. Yeah, see, he's wearing a T-Mobile thing in the picture.
I mean, this is why he's famous. This is why people know who he is.
Yeah, well, because
Right.
he put out those ads, and he was like, "Yeah, send me an email, john@tmobile.com. Let me know what you think." Blah blah blah. You know, like, and he was doing all this stuff on. You would see him on Facebook, like, "Yeah, we're doing this thing on Facebook." Like, he would do like a live thing on Facebook, like from his own house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and be like, "We're cooking something," or "We're." I mean,
Kind of
he's
sounds
like,
familiar. Like, didn't he or his wife, one of you mentioned a couple years ago, have like a slow cooker cookbook or something? Something to do with the cooking.
Could be.
I don't know.
Okay.
But he's a crackpot. He's another crackpot. He's not as off the charts as McAfee is, but he's definitely like a kind of wacky dude. You know what I mean? And he's like up
Some
to all
say
these,
eccentric.
yeah, he's up to all these wacky advertising ploys and shit like that. I mean, he's just a different type of dude.
Evan, you're right. I found the cookbook.
Was it his wife?
That's him, I guess.
Okay, all
It's
right.
on the T-Mobile website.
Jeez,
Why?
that's so weird. That
Slow
is so
Cooker
fucking-
Sunday. Leadership, Life, and Slow Cooking with CEO and Chef John Legere.
Oh my god, let me put this up here. Look at this fucking idiot.
I put a link to it in the show notes also.
Look at this fucking idiot, yo.
Well,
Look at him.
he's happy.
Does he look like a real person?
That's a stretch.
He looks so. I haven't watched much of The Office, but there is a larger redheaded woman on The Office.
Yeah.
It
Male
looks
version
like
of her.
her and like James May from Top Gear
Yeah.
put together.
Yeah. Slow Cooker Sunday.
I tell you what, he looks happy.
I mean, I'd be
He
happy
looks
too.
fulfilled.
I'd be happy too if I was him.
If you were a multi-millionaire and got to do dumb shit all the time,
Yeah. You'd be happy too.
I would.
Your
be.
ass would be, you have a dumbass smile on your face too. Mm-hmm. You know?
Oh, he stepped down as CEO because they merged with Sprint.
Oh.
And
okay.
now it's Sprint. Sprint's in charge, I guess. So,
Great.
yeah.
That's the one good thing about T-Mobile was this guy though. Because I don't work there, and I don't have T-Mobile. It was like, oh, this is great. This is hilarious. If I had T-Mobile or I worked for T-Mobile, I'd probably be pissed. But because I don't work there, I'm like, thank God there's still wacky people out there being wacky, doing weird shit, and having a great time while he's doing it. And his company's like, yeah, this is cool. Do it. Keep doing it. And honestly, T-Mobile had a resurgence because of this guy. You know, even if he's a wacky dumbass. So anyway, but yeah, so NFTs. The jury's out. Now let's talk about let's jump to the next article here and let you guys have anything about these. I haven't really, mind you guys, I have not explained what these are really. Click on the article in the show notes. This
There's
goes
nothing
into
to
great.
explain, isn't it?
Well, there's more to it.
It's basically an individualized piece of software, I'll call it, for lack of a better.
Yeah.
That's maybe worth something because it's unique,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah, an NFT
And
is a
it's-
verified asset using blockchain technology, which it's all right here. I've pasted this in my notes, but I already have it. It's right here.
A
So-
non-fungible token.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind
fungible.
some history and etymology on the word non-fungible.
Yeah.
Well, there's fungible, right? So what's
Okay.
fungible?
Implying there is non.
Right. So fungible, I've been looking that up. Apparently is at its most basic something. It's something that can be substituted for something of equal value or utility.
Now, why does that word exist?
It's fungible. You could also say interchangeable, exchangeable, or replaceable.
Okay, I like all of those words better.
Fungible.
Yeah, non-interchangeable, non-replaceable.
Yeah, so non-fungible is not interchangeable, not replaceable, not
AKA unique. They could just
Right.
say a unique token.
Yeah.
which is exactly what it is. Yep. And theoretically, each Bitcoin is unique, right?
Okay.
Am I making that up?
I don't know.
No.
I believe you, though.
No, Bitcoins are fungible.
Ooh.
Oh, they're fungible. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not.
Bitcoins are fungible.
non-fungible.
Yeah, they're not non. Okay. All right, moving on. Anyway, what was the video I was supposed to find for later?
Something. That's a
We're all
very good
bad.
question.
Oh well. Whatever you guys were looking forward to, it's gone now. Sorry. We've all forgotten about it. Moving right along. So the next thing we have here is crypto, this thing right here, crypto usage. So, Bitcoin consumes more electricity than
Family
Argentina. Family Feud, that's right. Family Feud. Bitcoin consumes more electricity than Argentina. So, I knew this on an intellectual level, but I did not think about it, like realize how serious it was. Bitcoin is a huge power consumer. Okay?
Right.
Apparently, a paper from 2018 from the Oak Ridge Institute in Ohio found that $1 worth of Bitcoin took 17 megajoules of energy, more than double the amount of energy it took to mine $1 worth of copper, gold, or platinum. So, if it takes that much energy to produce a Bitcoin, and all we're doing with it of value is like NFTs and weird unhackable backbones to like banking apps and stuff like that, like the environmental impact alone is like fucking huge, especially because, let's be honest, all power comes from burning coal, burning wood chips, which is still bad for the environment. It is not eco-friendly no matter what anybody tells you. Wind, barely any. Solar, barely any. And all of these produce less than the other two, by far. And nuclear.
Nuclear.
I have to fix myself because I know Michael's going to fix me. So I'm like, nuclear? Atomic energy.
Magical radiation.
Yeah. Actually, let's call it what it is. A very expensive high-tech steam engine.
Yes.
and that's even less than the other two. So actually, that might be more than the other two.
You didn't mention the eco-friendly version
What?
of any of those.
What?
Geothermal?
Well, I don't know if that's actually a thing, but yes. But, like the Hoover Dam, or whatever. Like
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Hoover Dam. Sure. Hoover Dam.
hydroelectric, I believe is the term.
Yeah, hydroelectric. Yeah, hydroelectric. But I don't think that rates on the scale of like.
I guess that doesn't damage the environment, I'm assuming. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
I
it
don't.
does, but-
I mean, it probably damages the environment other ways.
The
And-
fish!
And
Yeah.
I'm slowly learning that all these ways matter. Like, it matters if down the road the carbon neutrality of the Hoover Dam is offset by the damage it does to the environment in shifting waterways, killing ecosystems, and then things like that. All that stuff matters. And I know that sounds like super lame, but you have to look at it as big picture and not stop focusing on, like, we got solar power, we're good. It's like all that shit matters. It's all one big system. So at any rate,
The Earth.
yeah.
Yep.
So at any rate, that's why I'm having a battle now, an internal battle about what I think about Bitcoin, right? Like, look at Dogecoin. It's a meme currency. Look, it's just a meme. How much energy does it use?
Not much.
Probably not much, because it's very easy to mine. But still, like, it's using energy. It's a meme.
Evan, James, your life is one big meme. How much energy do you use? Come on, let's
You're right.
put things into perspective
Honestly,
here, guy.
human bodies are pretty fucking efficient.
No, how much garbage is James generating every day and filling up landfills and
Well, that's
whatever
true.
else?
I assumed you just meant, how much energy is
No,
your
but
body taking up.
James's impact on the environment and Mother
Look,
Earth.
Michael's right. Again, it's a total system. Just because the human body's efficient, which it is, doesn't mean humans are efficient, which they're not. We use a shit ton of garbage. Like, it's crazy. Like, this is not an environment episode, but I mean, so anyway, Bitcoin is a pretty greedy system. So I'm a little bit concerned about this, and so my question is, Cambridge researchers say it consumes around 121.36 terawatts a year. Jesus Christ. And it's unlikely to fall unless the value of cryptocurrency slumps. Like, can you imagine that? Terawatts.
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
it makes sense because there's a set number that can be mined. So as time goes by, it's more difficult. So you need more shit to mine it to get one.
Yep.
It's a limited resource.
It's crazy. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what's the longevity of this? Before some country like Sweden or somebody's like, okay, we're gonna outlaw this, and other countries start
Well,
to fall
can't.
in line. I don't know. I mean, yeah, they can't, but who knows what they can and can't try to do.
Isn't all the mining done in China or something?
No, it's not all
A
over the
lot.
place.
There, China has a huge position in Bitcoin mining, but also places like Norway, Denmark, a lot of Scandinavia do because it's cooler up there, which shaves on their cooling costs, and they can use geothermal.
Dumb Swedes. Oh. Yeah, I got you.
But yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
there's a lot of questions, man, about this. So I don't know, man. I'm a little iffy on this now.
He's like
Do you know
abandoned it.
roughly when every Bitcoin will have been mined?
2038.
Yeah,
No.
I heard the 2030s, but I don't know when.
I read somewhere around 2148. So like
What?
quite a while from now.
What?
What will mining a Bitcoin be like in the 2140s?
Who knows?
Jesus.
Like,
Christ.
yeah, we got our moon base cranking out the crypto.
Yeah, basically.
It's like we've tapped into the sun directly. For the
What will
fusion
happen
energy.
when it's all mined?
It will be of astronomical value or have been totally crushed by governments and, something by then. So it won't matter.
I think what's going to happen. Here's my prediction, okay? And I'll probably be dead when this prediction comes true, and no one will have heard it because only 7 people listen to this podcast. It's a labor of love, but um, I think what will happen is countries will make their own cryptocurrencies, which they are doing actively. There will be some Facebook funded or some other outside cryptocurrency, maybe Ethereum or something else, but there'll be some other cryptocurrency out there that will come along that will be super simple to use, that will meet the requirements, that will meet the James Broadus code requirements for usability, which is, can your mother use it? If my mom can use it, then it's acceptable for the general public. So something will come along that my mom can use, and that will be all she wrote. And Bitcoin, people will still mine Bitcoin, but I don't think it will be that valuable anymore. I don't think it will last to 2148, because if the community in general doesn't give a shit about it because it's been replaced by things that they can access and use, and you can't say our currency is backed by Bitcoin or something like that, which you can't, and you can't melt it down in terms of jewelry, which you can't. You can't do anything else with it, and it's too expensive for people to lay NFTs on top of. What's the value with it? You can't buy a
Also,
pit.
If you're gonna buy something in Bitcoin, with your phone or whatever, you're gonna go in and be like, okay, this thing costs 0.000064 Bitcoin. No one ever, that's not appealing.
No, not at all. So I just don't. I'm honestly confounded by how Bitcoin it continues to be a thing. I'm glad it's a thing. It's cool for the technology aspect, but people are like, why have you got into Bitcoin? Don't you regret not getting into Bitcoin? I'm like, some part of me does, but for the most part, I'm like, this is way too confusing for me to invest my time and energy in. Like, yeah, maybe if I had bought some when it was like 10 cents, I'd be like really happy right now. But honestly, I just don't care, because it's so confusing. There's so much going on with it that it's just like, yeah, I'd be rich, but who gives a shit? Who am I cashing out of? I don't know. Very confusing stuff. Anyway, I wish everybody luck with Bitcoin. I'm worried about the energy consumption of it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how long the world and the environmentally conscious people start to continue to tolerate it. But I think it's reaching its cancellation time. What's that?
Global food supply.
Oh, well, that's
I don't have a link in here or anything, but since we're talking about shortages and big picture stuff, you know how China claims, the South China Sea, and they send their fishing vessels everywhere, all around the area, illegally and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've migrated to fishing around South American borders now. So if they're sensing there's like some scarcity, that they have to go so far to get fish, now I'm thinking about, where am I going to get my fucking fish in 10 years? So I'm saying now is the time to do the compound homestead aquaponics farm.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Just crush China, which is also good. They're invasive. We're a little bit invasive too. But just putting options on the table.
We need more aquaculture, Evan.
Yes.
That's part of the answer.
Mm-hmm. But we have to make certain sacrifices. There's a lot of popular fish that do not grow well in tanks.
Yep.
Like white chuffy?
I mean, like tuna and salmon.
Yeah, I know.
You're fine if all you want is tilapia.
Oh, Evan, we need to eat the little fish, right? Not the big fish?
Well, you can have both. We can have sardines and anchovies and tilapia and barramundi, which is like a big... It's kind of like snakehead fish. Snakehead fish is apparently pretty good, and we should definitely harvest that, because that will grow damn near anywhere.
Yeah, snakehead is invasive. That's a problem in the bay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll start an aquaculture thing.
Okay.
Evan,
Can we
you look
fund it with Bitcoin?
you look into the logistics of that. Well, you know what we do. We get one of those Microsoft underwater servers and we lay it down inside the aquaculture situation.
Right, and that's where the fish get trapped.
And then, blockchain, crypto, NFT, profit.
Paid.
Can we,
Yeah.
gentlemen, can we take this project to scale?
I'm not sure about the fungibility of it. No, I'm kidding.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
Oh. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. No. All right. All right. We're good. James. So nothing is stranger danger, right?
Nope.
Can we go to the entertainment section?
We can. We can. Let's jump down.
Here we go. So this is a little quiz I found on the StarTrek.com website all about Captain Picard. It says, "Are you a Picard expert? Take the quiz." Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first question here.
Where's my Cisco quiz, goddammit?
Yeah.
Get some Deep Space Nine in here.
I agree.
Star Trek doesn't care about black people. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
We know that's not true. Where was Jean-Luc Picard born? Mm-hmm. The options are England, France, Iowa, or Switzerland.
It's France.
That's a tough one. Yeah, it's France.
Okay.
So please click France.
And now
Okay,
subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, submit. Jesus Christ, you almost got me.
What is the family business that Picard returns to time and again? A convenience store? Yeah, he runs a 7-Eleven.
Yep.
A farm? A restaurant? Oh, there you go, James or Evan. Or a winery? What do you guys think? What do
I
you
believe
guys
technically, I think it's a vineyard. I don't know how you differentiate between a winery and a vineyard, but it is the last answer.
Yeah.
Now they tried to throw the curveball in there because Captain Sisko's father has a restaurant.
It's a restaurant, exactly.
Yeah.
Is it in New Orleans?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's see. This is interesting. Picard's
Dicks.
favorite fictional PI hails from what city? Watch your caboose. Yeah. Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, or San Fran?
I'm
I'm
going to say
gonna
San Francisco.
say it's the last one.
It's either San Francisco or Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago's
I'm
a good
gonna
answer, too, I think.
I'm gonna go with. I think it's
I'll
San
say San
Fran, but
Francisco.
you guys,
I'll go with
you
it.
know. Okay.
Okay.
There you go. San Fran. Name the alien race Picard meets in Star Trek: The Next Generation's Q Who.
Ooh, I don't know this one.
I do.
It can. Well, okay. It can be. Is it?
It can
so,
only
okay,
be,
well-
there can only be one.
It's one of
Well,
these
probably.
two.
But let me read the options. So the
don't
first
think
one
it's
is the
that one.
Borg.
It's got to be this
The
one.
second one is the Ferengi. The third one is the Jem'Hadar. And the fourth one is the Zindi.
This is
So, okay,
Indy, right?
it's not the Zindi.
No?
It's not the Jem'Hadar. So it could either be the Ferengi. That looks like a really old episode if that's an accurate screen cap. Or it's the
No,
Borg.
it's got to be the Borg, so the Ferengi. Ferengi were existed.
It is the Borg.
Yeah. It's gotta be
No, but there's a weird episode of Next Generation where they meet the Ferengi. They're like, who are they? Like, apparently no one knew who the fuck the Ferengi were at some point.
Really?
But, yeah. But yeah, it's the Borg. Go ahead.
I felt like the Ferengi was older than Next Generation.
No,
but I
as
guess-
far as I know.
I guess it makes sense because there's no. Oh my God! What's this
Oh,
head
what
of
is
hair?
this?
They did meet in the first season, and similar to how
Stargazer.
the Klingons used to be, they're like, oh, we have only partial intelligence on these guys for the last 100 years. They don't want to deal with anyone.
Right. It's something like that. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you know who one of the very first Ferengi was?
Like
Who?
Didn't say that
the
very well,
character's
but-
name, or you mean Jeffrey Combs? No.
No, not Jeffrey Combs. He was not actually. But the guy who plays Quark on Deep Space Nine was in that first Ferengi episode.
Oh,
So he's been Ferengi for a long time.
was he himself or no? Just
No, he was
Ferengi number 3.
Is that
Damon
Armin
something.
Shimmerman or some shit?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so James jumped ahead on this, but let's go over it here. What starship did Picard command before the USS Enterprise? So the first option is Constellation, Constitution, Defiant, or Stargazer. Obviously, it's Stargazer, right? Is that what you guys think?
Yeah.
I think that is the correct answer among these four. However, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was that his ship? Was he the captain of the Stargazer?
I don't think.
I know he was a helmsman on the Stargazer
I don't think he was a captain. I
at
thought he
one
was just-
point.
I thought he
Perhaps
was
first officer?
First officer. Yeah, I don't think he was captain.
I want to say maybe there's conflicting accounts, but I want to say in at least one account he calls it his ship, and it very much sounds like he was the captain of it.
Okay, now that's a distinct possibility. I remember the flashback fire episode where the Ferengi traps him with the ball because he killed his son.
Yeah.
Once again, back to the Ferengi. I mean, in this context, the obvious answer is Stargazer.
Now, yeah, so it's Stargazer. In the previous question, so we had Borg, Ferengi. We went over the Ferengi. The Jem'Hadar, which is from Deep Space Nine. And the Xindi, which is from the TV show with Scott Bakula called Enterprise.
So he wasn't the captain. He was lieutenant. Picard was assigned as a lieutenant to bridge duty when the Stargazer captain was killed. He took command. It wasn't his.
Oh, there you go.
So, but the question is command. So,
Yeah.
it's a gray
Okay.
area.
So there you go. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, this is what they mean for sure. Though.
Yeah, that's the answer they're looking for. What is Picard's Borg name? Oh, this is a good one. So, okay, we got Locutus of Borg,
Obviously, Targus.
The last
aboard.
one, yeah.
Malum
he-
of Borg,
He
Malum,
looks like a
my
laptop
God.
bag.
Yeah.
Pompatus of Borg. That's great. Yeah, the Pompatus of Borg.
I love that.
That's fucking great.
That is
Oh
great.
my god.
That is a good
I gotta
one.
use that somewhere. That's fucking awesome.
You gotta make that
Targus
your
of Borg.
You gotta make that your fucking like a
That's
like
my
a name
gamer
in a
tag
game. Yeah,
for-
gamer tag.
that-
Pompatus
because-
of Borg.
Oh my god, I'm writing that one down, dude. That's fucking great. Pompatus of Borg
Yeah.
and Targus of Borg. That's a
Yeah,
good one
those
too.
are both good.
I wonder, does Targus actually mean something? Like, are we dumb and it's from like Greek
Probably
mythology or
Greek
something?
Greek word or
I don't know.
something.
Yeah, it probably is. But
The third
okay,
one
obviously,
probably is also, and it might be pronounced Pompatus.
yeah, maybe. But I mean, there's a song "Pompatus of Love," you know.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
Yeah,
okay, so yeah, obviously, what do you guys think? I think it's the first one.
it's the first
Well,
one.
we all know it's the first one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. Okay, the first one it is Locutus of Borg.
Almost did it again.
Oh, here we go. Name the archaeologist who steals Picard's heart. So the first option, Dr. Beverly Crusher, and they have a picture of the woman right here. So Dr. Beverly Crusher, that's not her. Itana, does that say Joy or Joel?
Joel, Jol.
Jol. Okay. What does it say? Janice Mannheim
Yeah.
or Vosh? Which I was just having a conversation with someone about that the other day.
Who is Vosh? She's from something. She's not his girlfriend though, is she? I'm not
She
sure.
just happens to be the archaeologist who steals Picard's heart.
Oh, she.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, well.
Introduced in one of the Q episodes.
Sorta. Actually, no. She's introduced in an earlier episode.
Are you sure?
Where Picard goes on vacation. He goes on vacation to
Okay.
Ryza.
Right, and she was... Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just mention this. The funny thing about her character, her name, right? So I looked it up. She's actually named after somebody in real life. Like, they're like, oh, we'll make this character and we'll call it after somebody, you know. But it's, so for the French version of, you know, when they used to do these shows back in the day, now they probably just do subtitles. Well, I guess they still do some dubbing, but in France, they released a show, you know, in with French audio, right? So they redub dub everything into French, and sometimes they change little things, and they changed her name. I don't remember what they made it in French, but they made it something else because now it's spelled differently, but of course you wouldn't know that. Vache literally means cow in French. So the whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, her name means cow. Her name, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would you name a chick cow? Like, that's awful. And I'm like, obviously Picard speaks French, so he would know that immediately as well,
Or
But,
just
of course,
assume it's someone's name from another culture who doesn't know what French is.
except
And he'd be
she's-
respectful of this individual, Mike.
No. See? So
That's why
I always
you
had
can
a
never be a
problem with that.
starship captain.
I always had a problem with that, but that's fine.
You'll
In
never
Star
be a
Trek,
captain. You'll never be a morale officer. None of
yeah,
that.
well, okay. In Star Trek Generations, who does Picard not encounter in the Nexus? Okay. Who does he not encounter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So the first option is his wife. The second option is his children. Third is James T. Kirk. And fourth is Montgomery Scott.
He does not encounter Scotty.
Yeah, I don't think Scotty's in that.
Correct. At first I was like, his wife. Then I was like, no, wait a second.
He
Wait
goes
a
home
second.
to his wife and kids, doesn't he?
Yep. His fictional wife and his fictional children that he doesn't have. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, when did he have time to have his kids? There's no future when he's going to have kids.
Ooh, Picard has an artificial organ.
Dong.
Yep.
Yeah, his meat. His
So
heart.
the eye, heart, liver, or lung. Yeah, it's heart.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a Jarvis 5000 in there. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Damn Nausicaans.
What character prompts Picard to perform the original face palm?
Gowron?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, dude.
I don't remember.
I'm going to interrupt real quick. I was
Yeah.
reading the Star Trek subreddit the other night, and they were talking about, like, who's the most Klingon? And someone was talking about Gowron. He's like, fuck. He said something like, honor to you. And then the other comments below that, to your house. Shit like that,
Dude, I love Reddit. It's filled with fucking crazy people.
Yep.
That's great.
Oh my god. So
Gowron.
which character prompts Picard to perform the original face palm? So the options are Data, Gowron, Q, or Worf. I want to say Data.
What was the reference
But-
to the original facepalm? Do you know?
I
Anyone
don't
know?
don't remember.
I don't remember now.
It could be Q or it could be Data. That's what I think.
I am sure it is Data.
James, what do you think?
I don't know. My gut is saying. I don't know the context. If the context is how we take it now, as a facepalm, or if the context was like something else. I don't know. Shame or like, oh no, we're fucked. Like, I don't know what the context was.
I think
It's hard to look at
frustration,
this
maybe.
image and see it as anything other than frustration and almost near comedic, but who knows what it actually was. Like, everything's so thoroughly taken out of context by the internet now. All right, we'll say Data like Evan says. Nope. Q.
Oh, it was Q. There you
Yeah.
I would like
telling
to know
you-
the context now.
I don't think it was comedic. If it was Q, I don't think it was comedic. I think it was something serious. What instrument does Picard master during his time as common on the planet Catan?
go. Cayman.
Cayman, whatever.
Is how you pronounce
I
that.
don't know. I don't know, man. I don't
Mike
know.
is taking this quiz super seriously.
He is. He is. He's writing. He's got a score for all of us. He's writing down his notes.
It's true.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, our friendship shall be adjusted by your reply.
You're too behind, James. No, okay. Okay, so flute, lute, which I'm not sure I even know what that is. A lyre, I definitely don't know what that is, or a tuba.
I feel it's
James is like, gotta be tuba, final answer. Click.
no. I think it's the lute or the flute.
What do you think, Evan?
It is one of those two.
A flute or a lute?
It is the flute.
It is the flute. I think it's the flute. In fact,
Okay.
I'm
See what
99.999%
You
that
should be
mouth
100%
it's
sure.
a flute.
A lute is the tiny, like gourd-shaped guitar from the Renaissance.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's what bards play is the lute. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
right. Okay, yeah, you're. It's something. It was definitely a wind instrument, so it was definitely the flute. What card game does Picard resist playing until Star Trek Next Generation? Oh, poker.
Uno.
Fizbin. Fizbin.
That's
Yeah,
a game from
Uno.
there. That's a game, isn't it?
What the
Fizbin's
hell's
one of the
Fizbin?
games.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Star Trek game.
Is it
I don't know which one it is, but it's a game.
Bridge, Fizbin, poker, or Uno? It's poker. Yeah, obviously. So everybody's playing poker.
Yeah.
James is like, I'm looking up Fizbin right now. Fuck that.
Yeah, Fizbin was a card game from the said to originate from Beta Antares, Spock's protest to the contrary, Captain James E. Kirk. Yeah, it's just, okay. It's a game. Yeah, it's a horrible name.
Oh, it's from the original series. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Poker. What does the so-called Picard maneuver involve?
Look at your
Yes.
boy. He's so jacked. Look at him. He's
Is that Star Trek First Contact, Evan?
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
It must be climbing on some scaffolding with a phaser rifle. Yeah.
It's a warp
Yeah.
jump, right?
It is, but that's not the Picard maneuver. None of these are the correct answer.
Yeah,
But a warp jump is
it's
the
the warp
most-
jump thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's when he stands up and adjusts his shirt.
It's the shirt adjusting. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Which he tends to do when he sits down right before calling for a warp jump. So, but this is a
no, that's
Mike.
that's a reference to they do a
the battle maneuver.
yeah
The actual noted Picard maneuver. Okay, that is
Yeah.
a warp jump then.
yeah. So a singles bar, a holodeck program, a Nexus entry, or a warp jump. It's a warp jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does he do in the warp jump? What does it do?
You turn on your warp engine just for like a second or like half a second, and it
Yeah.
makes it look like your ship's in two places at once or something, or
Oh, okay.
something like
Yep.
that. You fake out your enemy.
Funny, I can barely remember him doing that.
I believe that's how he blew up a Ferengi ship. Once again, revisiting the
Yeah,
Ferengis.
more Ferengis. They're there more than we realize.
Apparently,
They really are.
We just hate them all. Because they're
And
whores.
I pointed this
But-
out before that the Ferengis are the most identifiably human species in Star Trek.
Probably, yeah. Because the humans are all idyllic and, we're, we don't have poverty anymore. We don't, we don't use money except when we do. It's confusing and whatever. But, yeah. The Ferengi are like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, a
Buyer
capitalist
beware,
society.
bitch. Yeah. Like,
Yep.
What is the name of the Romulan-built Picard clone in Star Trek Nemesis? Decius, Picard 2, or the second, Shinzon, or Thay? I don't know how you say that.
Oh, that's right. They, it's Shinzon.
It's Shinzon, yes.
Dude, I didn't realize. I
Played
just looked
by
that up. Tom
Hardy.
So
Yep.
weird.
With those DSLs, boy.
Oh God.
Praetor Shinzon. Tom Hardy's a great actor.
Yeah,
He is.
Praetor Shinzon, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. That's actually cool. Praetor Shinzon. Mm-hmm. Something cool as shit.
We got 13 out of 14. Okay.
Excellent.
What was the one we missed?
Q,
Q? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was
the facepalm one.
Picard.
Okay,
Q,
now
not
subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Right.
Now that we're done.
He already is.
Yeah, I am.
Apparently, we've been converted from CBS
Yeah.
All Access to Paramount Plus. I was like, what the shit is this? That almost made me cancel it right then and there.
Yeah, I know you're salty, but it's okay.
I am salty. All right. James, don't eat me.
Got him.
Okay. So, game theory, right?
You gonna come up with your own Star Trek quiz next time, Mike? Maybe we could collaborate on
You
it.
know, I thought about that. I thought about making a Google form Star Trek quiz.
Making it not bullshit questions. Like
I mean, those are super
questions of
simple,
deep
right?
Understanding, yeah.
Those are super simple. I mean, some of them weren't bad, but most of it's like, where's Picard born? Like, 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 okay, We
Or
know
maybe-
he's from La Barre, France, or whatever. Like maybe you need to put that. Like, what city is he born in?
I mean, there's
Or-
definitely they could definitely go a lot deeper with Star Trek trivia. The only one that was I think was a good one was the facepalm one because that one is like people remember the facepalm, or they know it's a thing, but they don't know the context. They don't know who it was at. That show doesn't have a lot of like ha 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 ha, ha moments. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, if you wanted to be truly crazy, and I don't even know if I could pass a quiz like this, you'd have to start being like, "In what episode did blah blah blah?" Like you'd have to
Nah.
like, it's like,
but there's
that's-
people out there who know that.
I'm sure there are. I'm not one of them though. That's
Yeah.
You
that's
can
the
make it
thing.
not multiple choice, where you just have to write in the answer.
And who grades it?
I don't know. Who graded this? Paramount
Yeah.
Plus. No,
Paramount Plus. Sign up now. All right, Evan. That's something to think about. We'll might do some Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So yeah, I mentioned this earlier that I played this game. I actually played it last night. Terraforming Mars, a board game. There's a lot going on in this game. It's very involved, and it said 90 to 120 minutes. It probably took us 5 or 6 hours to play.
Jesus.
So
Yeah. But it's only like 90
Unsurprisingly-
minutes.
It looks like Settlers of Catan.
Yeah. Everything does.
sort of, except it's barely.
Well, I
that.
mean, just the board and the hexagonal shapes and
Yeah.
pieces and shit like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, the cards are super complicated. It's like you can do this, if that, if this, if that, and
Is it tapped?
it's crazy. Is it what?
Did you tap it like your Magic cards?
I don't know what that means.
So you like turn it sideways and it does something else.
No, I guess not. Yeah, it's an interesting game.
It's too complicated for fun.
Oh, sorry. Did you know tapping is copyrighted?
No.
Yeah, that's owned exclusively by Magic the Gathering. Companies aren't allowed to turn cards sideways to make them change what they do.
That's so stupid.
I'm not joking.
I believe you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. You said that, and I didn't click with me, and I was like, oh, yeah, they can't do that. It's illegal. I mean, it's not illegal, but it's, they'd get sued. They get their face sued off. Yeah, this looks like a complicated game. I mean, it's funny. Board games,
It's not bad. It's just there's a lot going on.
are they fun?
I don't think learning should be involved in a fun board game. So like you play, like Monopoly, you don't really have to learn anything. Shoots and ladders, you don't really have to learn anything.
Well, those are examples of the best types of board games, which I think is like universal across games in general. The best type of games have levels upon levels of meta and strategy. So you can play it as a pleb and still have a successful and a possibly good time. You can play it as an elite and still be successful and have a good time because there's another layer of strategy to tackle. But many games are like this now, right? And this is not a bad thing, It's just like I know I'd play this and I'd be like, "What? All this too much reading involved." You know what I mean?
There's a
Welcome.
bunch of things like I realized I could have done later where I'm like, oh, I fucked up, But
Yeah.
it's because literally this is the first time I ever played the game, so there's like so much going on that I like forgot, like, oh, I could have done this or I could have done that,
You didn't read
Like-
the 3-part series that is the Terraforming Mars lore before you started playing.
Right, exactly.
Dude.
And apparently there are expansions. Huh.
I forgot what
Just
book,
seeing here.
what game. I think it was like
Phil
Game
had
of-
some crazy one.
a Game
Yeah,
of
it was-
Thrones.
it was Game of Thrones, exactly.
And dude, I had to watch an hour-long video before I could play it. It was that complicated.
Not
It's
interested
too
in
much.
anything like that.
It was too much. So here's the thing. Here's a problem with these type of board games for me. You either have to have a willing sucker like me and Michael, or you have to have like 6 passionate friends who love this game, so you can really have a great time. But with most people, you're not going to have that much fun playing this game because most people aren't going to have the patience. Like, dude, I can tell you, our group of friends, those guys have zero patience for something like this. And it's sad but true, man. I wish they did. You know, I would try to learn it if I had friends who wanted to play it. But dude, I know people wouldn't play it. People wouldn't be patient enough. They'd start playing it and then they'd wander off halfway through.
Now, you mentioned a passionate group of friends, and before you said that, I was convinced that these games are trash and people are just lying to themselves. But then I thought, is there a Star Trek game like this? Because I might be down.
There are Star Trek board games,
100%.
Evan, that we need to investigate. I've always meant to, and I always forget about it.
So my attitude may have changed slightly. My bias is showing, right?
It's like, you got the Borg card. No.
Yeah.
Introducing Pumpatus of Borg.
That's great. That's fucking great. Star Trek board game. Here we go.
Darth Sploder.
There's
Like,
a bunch
what a
of them.
nerd.
Yeah.
James, there's a Monopoly that's Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That's just themed. Is there?
I know.
You know.
I still want to get one, but
Yeah.
there's also a Settlers of Catan that's Star Trek. Which they've called they're just calling the game Catan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I just typed it into Google and it's like Star Trek board game. It's like 1992, 1979 VHS. Remember I told you about the VHS one? That one's all over eBay.
Yeah.
You can get that one. Star Trek Cats. Here we go. On Chewy.com, whatever the hell that is.
That's for pets, Michael. It's probably
Sure it is. Sure it is, James.
Chewy.com is a pet site.
I know that.
Okay, all right.
God. I hate your guts.
Similar to what Pet Flesh International could have been
Yeah.
if any of us remembered anything about it.
A renowned site for selling pet flesh.
Yes.
Oh, keep that golden retriever's fur golden. It has 2 uses.
Evan, I like this one. This one looks promising. I'm going to post it in our thing here.
Okay.
A game of trivia, exploration, and discovery.
Sure. What fucking website is this?
I have no idea.
Looks like a
Board
pub.
Game Co. What the fuck?
Jesus, it's hideous. My God.
Yeah. Look, here's one I found. It's a card game. Star Trek customizable card game. Trouble with Tribble's decks. What? Oh, that would suck. I wouldn't want to play that. I'm sure you guys would.
So
not you, Evan, but James would.
You know the problem.
He's dumb. Okay.
The problem with this is the people who own the Star Trek IP just don't give a shit about licensing it properly out to people to do cool stuff with it. You know? License it to any indie game dev and they'd make something really cool with this property. But instead I don't know what the fuck even is this? Like that's a great question. Why isn't there a game like this for Star Trek? Star Trek is a massive world with all kinds of cool shit in it. Why isn't there a game like this?
There's a Risk Star Trek.
That could
Great.
be interesting.
It's another themed game. Risk is awesome though.
Maybe they figure that, people will just play the video games to explore and build their empires.
I mean, nobody plays the Star Trek video game in any serious way. I mean, actually, people play it, but it's not like it ain't Escape from Tarkov.
Mm-hmm.
It exists because it's Star Trek, not because it's a great game that everyone wants to play. It hasn't crossed the gap of being a niche thing for fans to being something that's widely accepted by the mainstream. I never hear anybody talking about, the new Star Trek expansion's out. Like,
Right.
who's playing Star Trek Online? We've heard of it. None of us even play it. So
There's a Trivial Pursuit Star Trek 50th Anniversary Edition. It comes with a little ship.
great. All right, no more theme games. Michael, if you find something, you let us know. You order it and we'll play it. We'll fly out to Evans and play it one night.
All right.
Fly,
Fly out one night.
A very
and just play it.
worthwhile trip.
we'll fly in, fly out.
After 20 minutes, this game sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Well, guess we'll go to the Crazy Canuck and eat some fucking cheese fries or whatever the fuck.
Pick up all the pieces and cards and throw them in the pool, then leave.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Les comes out, he's like, roll tide.
Yeah.
And walks away.
I like it.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
We'll talk quickly about this. Let me just fix this real quick. So I got put on to a new game. Someone bought it for me and actually gave it to me. It's called
For the computer?
Share Screen. All right. I'm not going to share the audio. I'm just going to play this here.
Oh.
So I got it at ×2. This looks all fucking crazy. Actually, let me not make it ×2.
It's a MOBA?
It's like dungeon crawler, like it's a dungeon crawler, like what's it called? Diablo.
World of Warcraft?
Diablo.
Oh, okay.
So it's Diablo-esque, but it's in the World of Warcraft, not World of Warcraft, in the
Warhammer.
Warhammer universe. So this is Warhammer Crossbane.
So I have a question for you, James. I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir.
It says Warhammer. So it said Chaos Bane, but over here you have Cross Bane.
Oh, Chaos Bane. That's what it's called. I'm an idiot. It's Chaos Bane.
Chaos Bane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's called Chaos Bane. I'll fix that in the show notes. But basically, it's just a Diablo 2-esque Path of Exile style dungeon crawler where you find loot, level your character, kill shit, get all these skills and talents. It's a multiplayer. You can play with friends in co-op. You can go into their game. They can go into your game. It's a lot of fun. Someone got it for me. It's $30, I think, but someone just bought it for me, and I like it. If you have a Diablo itch, this is probably going to scratch it. Apparently, Path of Exile is really good too. I haven't played that. We'll probably try that too. Basically, this is my gaming group. We're all always in a way trying to find new games to play together. So this was like one of those things that we to try. So that's why we ended up trying this. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm having a good time playing it. So, you move around with your mouse and whatever. If you play WoW, you might like it too. But it's fun.
Is it winnable? Or do you just keep going and leveling up and...
It's winnable. It's winnable.
Okay.
It's winnable. Chaos.
No, I need it like Second Life, where it's just like, sup.
This is how you exist now?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is your life. All right, let's jump to the next one here. So the next one is Ground Branch. We talked about this before. And let me take this off ×2 speed because it's going to be fucking look crazy.
James, you're such a maniac, man.
Well, no, I had it on ×2 for the show because I wanted it to. I wanted to leave it playing, but I didn't want it to I wanted to get through it really quickly. So basically, I don't watch things on ×2. I swear to God, I'm not one of those people.
I was like, man, this guy's a psycho. Like, what's he doing? Like,
the audio on ×2 sounds crazy. It's like it's fucking unwatchable. Okay, so this is Ground Branch. Ground Branch is a tactical shooter of the likes of the early Rainbow Sixes, before Siege, and Raven. I think it's called Ravenclaw, Operation Ravenfoot, or something. Like old school games, maybe a little bit like SOCOM. That's not a game probably any of you guys played. I played SOCOM on PlayStation a million years ago, on the first PlayStation, but that's really it. So the whole idea behind this one is, it's got major modification. You can modify your character. You can modify all your character's gear. You can go and micromanage the pouches, if you want, like what loadout you carry, like down to like how much, what ammo type, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's amazing. It's the kind of micro game that the tactical people in the tactical shooter genre are really looking for. It's not raid style like Tarkov, and it's very realistic. So one shot till you get killed, that kind of thing. Here's the guy just trying out the guns in the shooting range. So they have a shooting range. They have an airplane you can do stuff in. There's night vision, obviously. If I can ever get to that. There you go, right there. Night vision. Yeah, so this is them doing a mission inside a building at night. You can see, and they have a bunch of different maps and stuff like that, and it's co-op, and there's PvE and PvP. It's pretty cool. The game's still in alpha. They're still working on it, but it's coming along quite nicely. It's made by Blackfoot Studios. I like it a lot. The price unfortunately just went up from $20 to $30, but it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. If you want the tactical, like, fucking real shit, that's fucking cool. So here's one thing that I should just show you something. Let me just show you this here. Right there. Here, let's go back. See the flashlight?
Mm-hmm.
That's real. Okay? This is like obviously made by someone who understands how a flashlight looks on a gun. Because if you have a flashlight mounted on your gun, the barrel is going to be in the lens, in the frame. No matter what angle, the barrel's always there. But when you look in video games, you never see that. Like, this is just the little detail. It's like a small detail that tells you how much time, care, and energy is put into this game. So it's really cool. It's really cool, very enjoyable. If you're into shooters, this is fun. You can set your loadout and all this kind of shit. So yeah, that's that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate attention to detail.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Crown Branch. Well, I'm thinking product review. Didn't we have a product to talk about?
I don't recall one.
Thought we had a product.
Got an air fryer?
Yeah, right. I'll quickly mention that. So the headset I've been using is a Logitech G533 for the last 3 years, pretty much. The microphone started messing up. Honestly, I can still use the headset, just the mic doesn't work right, And I don't use that mic for the podcast anyway, but, for meetings at work and stuff. So I said to myself, oh, should I buy the same headset again? I mean, they still sell it, and it would probably still serve me well.
What version was that, Michael?
A Logitech G533.
What's that one for? Who's that market? Who's the target market for that one?
Oh, that's a business model, James. That's for business people.
Yeah, it's business people. You didn't
Right.
Evan and I are gamers, so we had the gamer one that lights up. But you were
Right,
like, no lights
right.
for me. I'm all business, baby.
I'm all business. I'm all, I'm in meetings all day with the, the CEO. And,
He's got his
all
slacks
that
and
kind of
dress
stuff.
shoes on.
Right.
Yep.
He's sitting at home.
full-time.
Yeah. Yep. I'm full-time. I'm not only my full-time IT, I'm full-time apparently business guy.
Yep, Mr. Full-Time. That's Michael's nickname, by the way, guys. Mr. Full-Time.
Mr. Full-time Pompatus of Borg. Yeah.
That's right.
But so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna just get some a little nicer, a little higher end. And so I ended up getting the G935 from Logitech, which is there a little higher end gaming headset. It has RGB. It's got the lighting on the side and everything. It's kind of pointless, honestly, but whatever.
You wanted it.
And I did. Well, the headset can be used wired and wireless, which is nice. The G533 cannot. It's wireless or nothing. And this has a little compartment for where you can store the little USB thing built in. Also has the compartment where the battery is. You can change out the battery easily, which is nice. G533 doesn't have any of that. So, yeah. So, I mean, this headset does have its advantages, apart from, being for the gamers, quote unquote. So, I've only had it since Wednesday night, but so far so good. I'm liking it. It's kind of falling off my head half the time. I need to figure out how have it on here, but I think
Tighten
I just
the
need to
headband?
get used to it. Yeah. I get this though. I ordered it from Amazon, so this is rare for me that I order something and get it same day. But I didn't even do anything special. I just bought it from Amazon at about 1:30 in the afternoon, and they said, "Yeah, it'll be delivered today."
Jesus.
And by 5:30 p.m., they were dropping it off.
Some guy running at your door sweating. He's like, here you go.
Yeah.
This urgent delivery you needed.
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
this is what you ordered, sir. Is this a heart? Is
Yeah.
this lungs?
Is this your
It's
diabetes
like-
medication?
he's like,
Is this your? Yeah.
Nah, man, it's just a headset.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, honestly, but hey, they wanted to deliver it and not charge me extra for it. Sure. Well, I'm not going to stop them. You know,
Right.
whatever they want to do. So, yeah, so far so good. I mean, Evan, you're basically using either this headset or a very similar one, right?
Yep.
And James, you were using one like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I went to the old DT770s.
Yeah. Now that
Oh, yeah.
Mike bought in full, it's time for me to ditch these again and go back to the the quality of biodynamic.
that's
Yeah.
right. I keep on meaning to I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use it, but I don't have that extra mic that you have, you know.
It's fine.
So I'd have to get one of those or use this mic that I have.
I'm
in front of
surprised
me.
Michael
So-
hasn't done this. Michael's the audiovisual guy, not me.
It's true. Mike, why would you get a mod mic? Mike.
That way you don't need this other mic in front of you.
But it's better
Why does James have a mod mic?
because he's
Some
he
stupid
has
other mic.
trouble with audio setup.
Yeah, my other mic refuses to be what it wants to be, what it needs to be.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. James, yeah, he was plagued with problems. You need to get that gold mic that what's his name uses. The guy who's dead now.
Oh man, get it
Leo
from him.
Laporte.
Rush Limbaugh?
Ugh,
It's his signature. He's got a gold microphone.
it's covered with cancer.
Well, don't buy his, but you know,
Mike's the guy. No, don't get his.
get the same model.
That's all right. I'll pass. The mod mic is fine. The mod mic's a great mic. It's a great mic. Plus neodymium magnets.
How do they work?
What does that mean? What is a neodymium? I can't even say it.
Neodymium. It's a natural
Neodymium
stone
magnet.
or whatever, right? Natural
Yeah,
stone.
it's like the
Rare
ice.
earth minerals.
Rare earth mineral. That's it.
Okay,
It's just a regular magnet.
whatever that means. Yeah.
Evan, don't dispel the myth.
One thing sticks to another.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all I have to say about the Logitech G935 headset so far. So far, so good.
It's good. Looks clean.
I like. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Mike,
James,
what do you
take
got?
it away.
Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? This is James from the future. While doing the editing for this podcast, I edited in a clip from Family Feud. We got a massive copyright strike when I posted it, so weeks later I removed it and put this big chunk of me talking in the middle of it. So that's what this is. Sorry about that, but if you want to hear what's on the show, you can go to the podcast if you want to hear that Family Feud clip. Also, you can check out the show notes because there is a link to that clip in the show notes. Sorry for this blank spot, but that's what's happening here. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next week. Yep.
That's
Definitely.
fucking great. Holy shit.
So there's like about 5 or 6 of those videos like that up there of Steve Harvey like dealing with people's shit. And honestly, I died. Like nonstop. Just they're hilarious.
Dude, they're like, name someone's name that starts with a H. The guy's like, Jose.
Yeah. With confidence. With confidence. There's a lot of that. A lot of people who are just stupid. So here's what I chalk it up to. I chalk it up to stupidity. Americans are dumb.
Being nervous.
Being nervous. Yeah, under the lights, Steve Harvey is talking to you. The crowd is looking at you, and you're like, you know, like the White House guy. He probably was nervous, you know. But then there's other stuff up there, like the one that I skipped past. The guy, I think the question was like, name something the president worries about. Name someone who you wouldn't want to know that you took Viagra. And this guy's like, the president of the United States. And Steve Harvey's like, why would the president want to know if Jeff is on Viagra? He doesn't care, you know, and he goes in like, you know, a lot of it's like this dumb stuff. But dude, oh my God, there's a few rare choice pieces, you know, that are just perfect, like the 9/90 conspiracy. So good. Just magnifique. So anyway, I've linked that video in the show notes. We'll probably get a copyright strike, but that's okay. We're not monetizing the videos anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, it's in the show notes, and take a look at it. Watch the other videos. You can get to them all from there. I'm not going to put a playlist down or anything like that. So have a good time with that, everybody. Any alibis?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Outstanding. All right. Well, for all of us here at the show, thank you for stopping in. You can find all of our links at the IOPanelpodcast.com website. On the right side of the page, there's a whole list of all the places you can reach us. Obviously, you're listening to us on a podcasting platform. Probably we're on all of those. Michael has us on Spotify now for sure. You can donate money to us using Patreon. The link is in the show notes. Michael, what's Patreon? Is it
No idea. It's on the website.
William Blower and Company?
Yes.
Something
Please
like that.
donate to Michael Blower. Michael Blower's podcastingshow.com.
There you go. The links are at the website, IOPanelpodcast.com. Please go check them out. Otherwise, we're doing just a little FYI for everybody. We're not doing one show every week now. We're doing 3 shows, and we're taking a week off between for like whatever. And then we're going to mix in some other kinds of shows in the future. We got a lot coming, hopefully, for you guys. So we'll see. And maybe a live episode soon. We've talked about it before. We got to make it happen. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. And for the whole team, we'll see you next week.